Now, guys, we're going to switch over into our third take and talk a little bit of NBA action, as we saw something that has never been done before in all of NBA history. As Nuggets forward or center Nikola Jokic had 31 points, 21 rebounds, and a career high 22 assists as the Nuggets outlasted the Phoenix Suns 149 to 141 in overtime on Friday night after losing a 21-point lead. Jokic becomes the first NBA player with a triple-double of at least 30 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists. So, man, I mean, Elijah, I know I was looking at that, especially like the back half of that game live, but to know that we have a player of that magnitude that is in our era right now, what does that say about his game and just the way that the NBA is right now?
The NBA is showing you that that we have guys, especially international guys these days, that could put up some really really good numbers, some big numbers. You see 30, 20, 20. But I've been a fan of Nikola Jokic. Probably the year before he won the MVP. I seen how his game was shaping out. And what I like about his game a lot is that I know we see the 30, 20, 20, but if you could really go back and really see how he do things, it's efficient. But I think those teams, I think what Nikola Jokic could do, I think he is a guy that can put some stuff together and really do well, efficiency wise. In games where he has like triple doubles, it's not like he's turning over the basketball a lot. Where Russell Westbrook and James Harden years ago, when they led the league in assists, they also were like top 3 in turnovers. Jokic is so efficient with his decision making, and I really think that's a difference maker of everything. So seeing his 30, 20, 20 doesn't surprise me, no. But seeing how he plays the game and how he plays it well, I just wish that he has. I know it looked like he has a lot of help because he had 20 assists. I wish that he has more consistent help, because sometimes it's like, Michael Porter's afraid to shoot the ball. Brun is afraid to shoot the ball. And then Russell Westbrook, when he shoots the ball, you don't know where it's going. You don't know if it's going to hit the rim. You don't know if it's going to go in, or you don't know if it's going to go into the crowd. So with that being said, Nikola Jokic is one of the best players, if not the best player in the league today. And this 30, 20, 20 does not surprise me. And I think he could build off something like this. I don't know if it'll be a 2020 game again, but probably a 50, 20, 15. We'll see.
Yeah, man. Just the fact that, like I said, I was watching the back half of it, especially going into overtime, which KD had a phenomenal 3 to send it into overtime. But to see an athlete that is 6'11", 284 pounds, that was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial, be able to put up the stat line, the numbers, the points, grab the rebounds that he's grabbing is like mind-boggling. It is insane. Like, brother right now in the league has 28.9 points a game. He's third in the league. He's third in rebounds per game with 12.9. He's second in the league in assist with 10.6 as a center, not as a point guard, not as a point forward, as a center, a man that typically is down on the block when you're talking about where, in spacing terms, a player is. Now, obviously, the game has changed a lot, and so you have guys more out on the perimeter, but the fact that a guy of his size and of that magnitude of like athlete, and like you mentioned, he is efficient. He only had 4 turnovers in that game. Out of 31 points, 20 rebounds, 20 assists, he had 4 turnovers. And when you talk about efficient, not only is he efficient, he doing it with little to no movement. Like, Jokic is not finna cross nobody over. He is not finna, do no 360 dunk or anything like that. It's finna be efficient. Put the ball through the hole, go down, play defense. Put the ball through the hole, go back, play defense. Pass it to my teammate, get the rebound. It's off the block, get the rebound. Pass it to my teammate to the corner, they hit the 3. If they don't, I'm getting the rebound. Little to no movement, and it's effective. Like, a lot of his like mannerisms reminds me of like the way Tim Duncan was, but Tim Duncan wasn't doing it like this, bro. Like, I mean, he was the what was the nickname they used to give him? Like the technician. God, I can't remember what the nickname was that they used to give Tim Duncan. I can't remember, it's slipping my mind. But they had a basically saying that what he did was efficient. And it was the fundamentalist, I think is what it was.
Big fundamental.
Fundamental. So when you talk about seeing something like that from a guy that is a center, man, it is special. and it's a reason that he has the Denver Nuggets positioned as the number 2 seed in the NBA. Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is obviously probably going to win the MVP because he's had, I think, 4 or 5 50-point games this season, and that is phenomenal. And he has his team as the number 1 seed, and we know that a lot of the MVP votes goes based off of like who is the best player on the best team. But this cannot get overlooked by no stretch. Number one, because this ain't never happened before. Like in the history of the league, ain't nobody. Will Chamberlain ain't even do this, and he had 100 points in the game. Nobody has ever had 30 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, sometimes there are moments where the games can be unwatchable because of just how many times guys jack up shots, and it looks crazy because they're turning the ball over at a high volume, and it's not a whole lot of passing or team basketball happening. It looks like a lot of one-on-one basketball. But Nikola Jokic obviously is somebody that plays a form of team basketball, because you don't average a triple-double by not playing team basketball. Because when I ain't hitting a bucket, I'm kicking it to my teammate. And when it's off the rim, I'm going to get the ball. So, phenomenal player, phenomenal achievement to make. And to be 30 years old, man, I think we got a few good more years to see something like this happen. Now, the question is also, do you think he can do something like this again? Like, can this, I know you mentioned like it could be a 50-20-15, but can something like this be closely replicated, not just by him, but by anybody else in the next couple years?
That's tough. I know last thing we seen was Russell Westbrook do it for, he called that the Nipsey game, the 2020. But do I see that again? It got to be somebody who's, like I said, got to be efficient, because, when you're doing 30-20-20s like that, that means they trust you with the ball in your hands, and they're making sure that you don't turn over the basketball. So I don't know. With Nikola, I think if he has a squad, a better squad around him, yeah, we could probably see this again. But that night, I think everybody was just on, and he was able to do something with that. So I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if he has a squad around him, because Nikola vision and decision making is second to none right now.
No doubt about it, man. It's fun to watch, and I'm glad we get to do it as we're inching closer to the start of the playoffs. Like we said, like March basketball, bro, like it's undefeated, never lost. Shout out to LeVar Ball. So shout outs to Jokic for making history and doing something that's never been done in the league's history.